We have been transparent in the last couple of days. Remember, there's an ongoing process, and we have spoken when it is appropriate. Look,
You guys have answered questions when the press has broken in the news.
Because it's an ongoing process. Because, again, it is an ongoing process. There is a process here. The Department of Justice is independent. We respect that process.
Okay, you heard her. We've been transparent in the last couple of days, not in the last couple of months. White House press secretary defending their decision to withhold from the public for months that Joe Biden apparently had classified documents illegally in his possession in not one, but at least two unsecured locations. You also heard her say they didn't share the news with the country because, well, they didn't want to compromise the independence of the Justice Department, which is why they waited until after the midterm elections and after the news was leaked to finally cop to it. That's the Justice Department, by the way. Let's cut through the noise with my pal, Rich Valdes. He's the host of This Is America with Rich Valdes and America at Night. Hey, buddy, Happy New Year. It's great to see you. So Biden's new brain there says they can't possibly tell the public everything because they don't want to jeopardize the sterling integrity of the Justice Department that sat on this information so as people wouldn't find out about it before the election. Are you buying any of this?
Oh, absolutely not. Karine Jean-Pierre is literally trying to cover for Biden, which she always does. It's kind of her job. But the interesting thing is, I'll even correct the record from what you said. She's been transparent for the last few days. I'd say she's not even being transparent now. I think a lot of questions are being asked, and she's saying, well, we're going to refer you to the White House counsel, who's saying absolutely nothing. So mum is the word, and everybody's extremely quiet on what Biden's doing. And it's fascinating that, there is a stack of documents in his garage next to his prized Corvette. You can't make this up.
I know. By the way, you are the first conservative Hispanic to have such a large nationwide radio footprint. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Aside from Newsmax and aside from those who have syndicated you, when you look at the media, at the landscape, you don't see Hispanics being represented hardly at all. And if a Latino is given a small platform, they're typically loudmouth leftist Latinos. Conservatives are not allowed. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, well, when you don't fit the narrative, you don't fit the narrative. And it seems like, look, for example, there's a conservative political station in southern Florida, in Miami, and George Soros went ahead and invested as much as he could to make sure they bought that so that they would not continue putting out the message that they're putting out. So there are folks on the left that can't handle honest debate, and they don't want to hear the truth, so they run away from it, and they'll buy it to silence you, sadly.
Yeah, CNN and MSNBC, they just can't fathom. You mean there are conservative Latinos out there? We've never heard of such a thing. And we're sure as heck not going to show our audience that there's actually debate inside the Latino community. But it's not just the conservatives in the Latino community that have to deal with this, what I call ideological bigotry, Richie. Our brothers and sisters in the black community are victims of this too. Conservative Congressman Byron Donalds was called a prop by leftist Cori Bush simply because Donalds doesn't toe the BLM Marxist line. Aren't these left-wingers in this country the real racists?
100%. If you're going to politicize somebody's race or who someone's married to try and make your political point, you're out of bounds. If I were to do that, people would want my head on a platter. If you were to do that, you'd be off the air. But somehow everybody on the left gets to do that and say, oh, no wonder, oh, this and oh, that, so that they could try and minimize things. And that's what they do. If you don't agree with the leftist line, you're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a misogynist, and as of late, you are a whatever the spectrum of LGBTQ plus IA plus, if I said it wrong, forgive me. But this is what they do, and they will rake you through the coals because it's not appropriate and it's not allowed to go against the grain and have your own opinion. Free thinking, not allowed.
Yeah. You know what I love? I love when you don't carry the left-wing communist socialist line. They say, oh, you're not allowed to have your heritage. You can't be a Latino anymore. You can't be a black person anymore because you're not a left-wing crazy person. I love it when they try that. Richie Valdes, my friend, Happy New Year. Congratulations again. We'll talk again soon.